Hello everyone, this is Beastly Eel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about my predictions for the next death battle. So the next death battle will actually be Korra from Avatar versus Storm from X-Men. So at face value, before I did any of my research, I was actually leaning more towards Korra. The reason for it was because of her um, multitude of abilities, but also her martial arts fighting. Um, During my research, what I found out was so Korra is the avatar, so she has the ability to use all four bending types. So the four bending types are fire, wind, fire, air, water, and earth. So with her water bending, she's able to create ice, powerful whips, push back when frozen, contain she can pretty much push back anything that's made out of water. And she apparently has the knowledge to be able to do blood bending, but the idea of her not being able, she would need the full moon for it to happen. There's no way with her abilities that she'd be able to do so without a full moon. So it would need to be a full moon for that to happen. With her water bending, she also has a healing ability, um, but she needs to really be paying attention to what's going on. Um, she's not going to just be able to do so in the heat of battle. Spirit bending, which is able to take out the evil of somebody. Not quite sure if this will work on somebody who is an evil spirit, but it's something that we have to keep into consideration. We also have earth bending, which, using the earth around her to launch enemies, move the ground, cause earthquakes if potentially. And because of her earth bending, she's actually the first avatar that I'm aware of to be able to metal bend. Metal bending is exactly how it sounds. She has the ability to wield metal objects. So she's not perfect with this because it's still something she's new with, but she has the ability to do so, and it's something that could potentially be used as her arsenal. Then she has her fire bending, which is, fire attacks. All of these are martial arts based. So her abilities, um, she's actually able to use this in a way that is very different than most avatars in the sense of she uses it in a very offensive way. She's not afraid to get her hands dirty and actually go in. And in fact, if I remember correctly from the show, this was her favorite type of bending to use was fire bending. And then she has air bending, so she has the ability to move the wind and everything else around her. Um, this is her weakest ability. She has the most difficult time using airbending abilities because it's the most different from um, the most different from her personality, which is why it's so different from her. Then she has energy bending. Now, this has the ability to remove bending from somebody else or give bending to somebody. This is the weirdest ability because she has like I said, the ability to give somebody else a bending power or take it away. It is unclear if this ability can be used against those who aren't benders, but we'll have to wait and see. So she's an incredible martial artist. She's highly skilled. She's able to connect to the spirit world, and she has the avatar state. So the avatar state is the ability for her to use all four at the same time. The avatar state is a significantly powerful ability, um, but because of that, she can use all four at the same time at extremely more powerful abilities. So meaning she can like multiply her abilities because of her avatar state. So moving things that she could not do with her earthbending, um, inducing fire that she couldn't produce in her regular form, causing tornadoes, um, water abilities beyond what she's been capable of showing in the Avatar state only. So she's definitely a force to be reckoned with. And then we have Storm. Now, Storm, I thought was just weather manipulator, which is factual. She is able to use um, and manipulate the weather around her. But her powers are much more specific than that. So she can actually change, she's connected to the atmosphere of a planet and can manipulate it on a molecular level, which she's able to change the temperature, bring all the atmospheric change the pressure in the area, all of these things adding up. So she could actually cause a person's um, mess with the air inside their lungs, cause problems with the pressure in their inner ear. All of these things can be done by her by just thinking it. Now, she's considered an Omega level mutant. Now, an Omega level mutant is a mutant that is supposedly has no limits. She's able to manipulate electricity because of this. She's actually so powerful, which this is something I did not know. She's actually able to manipulate earth and fire, creating earthquakes and lava bursts. That's how powerful her abilities are. Um, she's able to create such violent storms. In fact, she's able to control storms, solar wind, ocean currents, electromagnetic energy. In fact, she's able to breathe underwater, and while in space, she can actually affect and manipulate interstellar and intergalactic mediums. She can also alter her visual perceptions, so she can see the universe in terms of energy. So nothing's going to get past her. She has, she's resistant to telepathic abilities. She has a light. She's able to connect with the earth. She has a psychic bond between herself and the primal life forces of the earth's biosphere. So she's able to know everything that's going on all around her and on the planet that she's on. She's able to change the temperature of her body based on where she is. So if she needs to heat herself up because she's making something really cold, she can do so. She is an expert in combat, formidable in hand-to-hand and close quarters combat. She's also weapons proficient and is a master thief. All these things, I was surprised that Storm is able to do. So, looking at the two of them combined, fighting each other, using all the elements against each other, I am gonna go with Storm. Now, I'm prefacing this with I don't think Korra's energy bending is going to affect Storm because her abilities has nothing to do with her bending. It has to do with her genetic um, defect or her genetic mutation. She has the X gene inside of her. Although there are ways for it to be nullified, I don't know if energy bending could. So I'm going to count it as it not being able to. But for her to be able to do so, she needs to actually touch Storm. And I don't know if she'll be able to get close enough to do so. I think she'd be able to manipulate the inner ear thing in Korra, which could affect all of her bending in general. And with that, Storm will have the upper hand and eliminate Korra from existence. So I'm going to stick with my vote, and on this one, I'm going to go with Storm. I really hope I'm not wrong because I've been wrong a lot lately. It's been kind of depressing. So I believe the standing is 7 for genius, 6 for an idiot, and I'm really hoping Storm wins. But as always, who do you guys think is going to win this? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you like the content you see, please like and subscribe below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out, and have a good night.